And good evening, hockey fans in Newfoundland and Labrador, across Canada, and around the world via the internet. We welcome you inside the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium here in Grand Falls, Windsor, for tonight's Newfoundland and Labrador Under-18 Major Hockey League game between the Traction Central Impact and the Pinnacle Growlers, and that is a mouthful of an opening. Robert?
George, every time I hear you say that, it amazes me. It's you got to take a couple of breaths.
Absolutely. All right, let's come up inside of our booth. I'm George Scott. This is Robert Golding, and we're getting set for tonight's game. Happy New Year to you, sir.
And to you as well, sir.
And everybody out there, of course. Last day of Christmas. Tomorrow's Old Christmas Day.
It is.
Time to take the tree down. Have you got yours down already?
No, it doesn't come down till Old Christmas Day, George. I'm a traditionalist.
Yep, me too. Ours is still up.
Yeah, it's still up.
So
lights are still on.
Nobody's home.
Yeah, that's true. There is nobody home. Don't go down the house, guys, please.
Yeah. Anyway, so teams resume play now. Last time we saw the Impact play here was the 15th of December. They lost to Western Kings 4-2, then came back the next day in Corner Brook and beat Western 4-0. But it's been a few weeks off now, so we'll see what we're up against. And we're up against a very good team, the Growlers, first place in the league by a pretty good margin right now.
Yeah, and George, this is the type of a weekend where you get a 3-game set, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's happened a couple of times a year.
Yep.
And it's a given that the Growlers are going to be in first place. But the thing is, with regards to these games, and then next weekend they're off, and then the weekend after that, the year-end tournament in
Corner
Western
Brook. Yep.
and Corner Brook. Every game is still important. It doesn't matter where you finish in the standings, which I know it does, but it's about building for that particular point in time.
Yeah.
And you've heard me say a number of times before that, you can lose a game and still have a great game, and you can win a game and still be like,
yeah, we didn't do so great.
It's not about the end result is obviously important, but it's about the journey to get to that end result. How did you get there? How did you lose the game? Did you play great and not win? Or did you play really bad and lose? And those are the things. And coaches evaluate that after every game. Like there's lots of times, somebody will say, well, did the coach go in and give them a real, tongue lashing because they lost? No, on many occasions that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And you've said before, George, and I've heard you say in reference to basketball, you can't control the game once it starts.
You really don't have control over winning or losing. You only control how you play.
That's about it.
Yeah, and then the chips fall where they may after that,
That's right, yeah.
Speaking of the standings, you mentioned the Growlers well out in front. They've got 58 points at this point, and in second place, the Osprey with 40. So, they're 14 points, 18 points out in first place. A pretty big gap. And then you've got the Central Impact in third place, just 3 points behind the Osprey. They've got 37. East Coast Blizzard, 32. And bring up the rear the Western Kings with 13 points.
And George, if we go back to a couple of weeks prior to Christmas break, I mean, it looked like the Impact were in, a real good position, second place, and ahead of the third place team by about 8 points, if I'm not mistaken. And then they had
things really bunched up there just before Christmas.
They had a rocky road there for a couple of weeks, right? And they lost a couple of games at home, and they went out west there probably the end of November. They won a big game, and then of course against Western the next day they lost.
Yeah, they won big one day and then lost.
And of course that spilled over. If you can remember, we did games the following week, and it was their Western's first road win, and they had beaten Central Impact. So that made a big difference. And then of course we watched the 2 weeks after that, and there were some splits back and forth. And now the Impact found themselves in third, not 8 points ahead of the third place team.
Yeah, they're in a dogfight for second now, and trying to hang on to third because Blizzard aren't that far behind. They've got 7 games left. They're playing 3 this weekend, as you mentioned. Next weekend, there's no regular season games in the Under-18 Major Hockey League. On the East Coast, they've got the Ice Jam happening in the St. John's area on the Avalon. So 4 of the teams in this league will be competing in that. The one team that won't be is the Central Impact.
Right.
Because next weekend is the Donini's High School tournament here at the Joe Byrne, and a lot of the players on the Impact will be playing in that.
That's right.
So they're going to be playing here while everybody else is playing on the East Coast. Then there's a weekend off, and then they head to Corner Brook for all 5 teams for the regular season ending tournament. They'll play a round robin, so 4 games there.
Yeah, and as we know, in high school hockey and in under 18 major, under 18 AAA, players can go back and forth. And the thing is, because you can't play on a rep team in your own hometown if you're a AAA player in major midget, but you can play high school.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a number of guys that are on this AAA team, the Impact AAA team, who actually play high school for EVH, who are the host of the Danini's tournament next week in Grand Falls, Windsor. So, and that being said, a number of the teams who are coming in from the East Coast, they will have players who will not be coming in for the Danini's tournament because they will be also playing out there in that one.
Yeah, they may be missing some of their top
They
players.
will. Yeah, they will. Yeah, and that's the nature of the beast when you play in a couple of different leagues, a couple of different teams.
All right, so as you can see, the teams have come out onto the ice. There you see the Growlers. We're getting set now for the national anthem, and we'll be underway. All right, and once again, we welcome you inside the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium here in Grand Falls, Windsor. Pinnacle Growlers in town to take on the Central Impact. Growlers left St. John's early this morning to get out ahead of the inclement weather.
Yes, they would have had to.
Coast.
No inclement weather here, George.
No, it was snowing a little bit early this morning when I was up at 5 o'clock, you know. It was snowing pretty heavy. I was starting to get wondering what was going on with the forecast, but it had stopped again by about 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
so only had a little bit.
Didn't get the snow day for school. That's
no.
Had a tough week, 4-day week this week.
Yeah,
I hear it from my buddies all the time.
All right, here we go. We got the Pinnacle Growlers in the black and gold, the Impact, the home whites. Starting goaltenders for the Growlers is number 35, Jesse Hernum. It'll be Jaden Lynch starting in goal for the Impact. And we are underway here at the Joe. O'Brien around the boards, gets it over to Chafe. Backhanded out. Shot right back in again by Price. Harnum plays it into the corner. Got it to Chafe. Growlers trying to get it out. That was knocked down by Locke. Locke will keep it in. But the blue line gets it down in deep. Picking up along the boards, Noah Boland. Boland, that pass just missed Avery. Growlers down deep, get it into the slot. That shot put just wide. Up along the boards, Devereaux trying to hold it in. Kept in by Hussey. This is Strickland for the Impact over the other side. Joey Green. That went off the glass. A couple of players go down, one on each team, two different sides of the ice. That's picked up by Pilgrim. He'll shoot it in. Strickland back there first. Getting a stick on him was Hussey. He got in there quickly. Devereaux's got it out at center for the Growlers. Tried to play it off the boards to himself. That was broken up. Pilgrim back in his own end. Lambert closes on him in a hurry. Pilgrim spins away, and it'll come out to center. Vardy shoots it right back in again for the Impact. It's Devereaux. He'll leave it there for Skinner. This is Skinner to Pilgrim. Skinner moved it ahead quickly to Hussey. Hussey down the left side takes it into the corner, swings around in behind the goal, taken away from him. And it's cleared out to center. Gillespie gave it away to Fudge. Here's Fudge. Backhand save made by Hernham. First good scoring chance of the game. Jackson Ingram for the Impact. Hernham came up with a big save. Bad giveaway just outside the blue line by the Growlers.
Picked it off, turned it into a 2-on-1.
Micah Tucker will shoot it in. Hughes overskated it. Comes to the side of the goal, covered up there by Lynch, and we'll get a face-off in the Impact end. 17-14 to go here in the opening period.
And George, you'll notice early in the game here, looks like a great sheet of ice out there. The pucks are really slotting well. Players really like good, hard ice, and we have that here tonight.
Face-off win for the Growlers. Gillespie, that was blocked up high, and the Impact will bring it out. Kosh backhands it in deep. King in on the forecheck. Kosh in support. Growlers move it out. Here they come. 3 across, or 2 across rather. Just get it in over the blue lines. Turned over. Growlers were changing. Won't allow War to bring it out. War with a wrist shot was going wide. It was stopped by Hernham anyways. He directed it towards the boards. Off the glass and out. Going back to get it. That's Quinn Price. It gets over the goal line. That'll be an icing call against the Growlers. We'll come back down to our left.
George, is that Mike Brent on the lines there? I think it is. Big Mike Brent is our linesman tonight.
Wow. I saw him from behind. I said, who's the linesman?
Yeah, well, we got Toby down here. We know that. We got a veteran officials with Mr. Canning and Mr. Rice. That is Mike Brent.
On the lines. First time I've seen that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to him. I'm looking forward to him breaking up a little altercation.
Backhand saved by Hernham. Good chance for Lincoln Canning right in front of the Growlers goaltender.
George, that's 3 good chances down low now that the Impact have had on 2 turnovers. And Coach Pudgill's over there. I'm looking at him as his players are coming to the bench, and he's telling his assistant coach, listen, you've got to move that puck up a little quicker, and that's exactly what he's telling them now. The gap was too big.
Face-off win for the Impact. Wrist shot towards the goal. That hit somebody, went wide. Strickland keeps it in. To the side of the goal. Harnett looking for it. Squirts free. Canning gets it back to the point for Green. Green flips it back in behind the goal. Lambert was looking for it. Coming away with it was Devereaux. He had his pocket picked. Lambert trying to slide it out in front. Lambert's got it again. They'll come all the way back here to the left point. Strickland, that went off a stick, put him behind the goal. Pilgrim's got it. Tucker to Kane's. Good pass. Kane's down the right side. Kane's trying to cut inside. Defenseman stayed with him. Nice play by Strickland.
Yeah, he took the inside lane, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. If he goes wide on you, that's fine.
Pilgrim dumps it in. Knocked down there by Green. Joey Green, long shot in over the top of the goal. Pilgrim's on it first for the Growlers. To the boards. Impact jump on it. Pilgrim does a good job to keep Fudge away from the puck. Or Fowler, that is. Number 10. Now they go to the boards. Poland couldn't get it out. Fowler has it. They'll cycle it back down low. Devereaux reverses it up along the boards looking for Avery. Avery, good outlet. Right onto the stick of Andy Knight, the captain. Knight got it in over the blue line, then it's sent back out. Devereaux pounces on it. Devereaux steps in, shot right on. Lynch kicks it behind the goal, comes up along the boards. Avery's on it first. Vardy gets to it for the Impact, gets it out. Nice play by Devereaux. Locke was trying to steal it. If he came up with it, he was in all alone. Knight tried to feed it in front, picked off there. And a good play by Vardy. Hughes gets the center, shoots it in. Pretty good pace to this opening period, Robert, after a bit of
is.
a break for both teams.
We've only had 2 whistles and a really good pace. I like it.
Boland works around Price down into the corner. Price did a good job to angle him off the puck. Goes up high, comes down in behind the impact goal. War backing up. Price, and he gets pinned to the boards by Boland. Puck came loose, and Hanrahan has it. Hanrahan backhands it down the ice, rolling puck. And that's going to be an icing call against the Traction Central Impact.
Yeah, Hanrahan's just got to hold that one for maybe a second or two, George. He had good possession of the puck. Really, there was no passing option on the boards. He chose to shoot her off the boards, but could have easily gotten it out and results in a icing against, and you can't change your players.
Hanrahan wins the faceoff. War's got it. Doesn't get out. Dobbin down into the corner. Thrown behind the goal. Price trying to catch up to it. He does. Couldn't get much on it. Kept in by the Growlers. Battle down in the corner. Hanrahan has it off the boards. This one just get down into the Growlers' end. Impact will change. Vardy off the boards and out. Harnett tried to play it off the boards, was looking for Kosh. It's picked off and the Growlers come the other way. In behind the impact goal, Green. Off a skate and out it comes. Good pass for King. King stick handles it, lost it, couldn't get it in over the blue line. Tilley. Green steps into Skinner.
It's a good play for Green there to step up in their zone, separate the offensive player from the puck.
It's time the Impact just get rid of it. This is Pilgrim. O'Brien drops it back, shot saved by Lynch. Devereaux holds the line. Now it'll come out. Devereaux right down below us. We'll go the other side to Pilgrim. They'll shoot it back in again for the Growlers. Lynch holds it up there for Green.
Did a good job of getting out and stopping that puck.
Kept in though. O'Brien behind the goal. Fowler trying to get it out. Bouncing puck kept in by the Growlers. Green looking for it. Off the glass. This one will get out. And this one will go on goal, so no icing. In fact, it'll be a face-off now in the Growlers' end with 11:29 to go in the first period. No score.
Great pace, George. I was looking at Devereaux, and I can remember the last time he was in here. He actually went out forward on a power play as a D-man, and then he's back on D as a regular. But he possesses a very good shot from the right point and gets it away very quickly and is usually very accurate. He's someone to watch out there each and every night.
Locke got knocked down in the corner. Still a scramble for the puck down there as it bounces around.
But Coach Casey's got to really like this, George, because he's liking the battle that you got down low. And that's so important.
And that's stolen behind the goal by the Impact. Out in front, a shot and a save by Harlem. What a chance
and there
for Grayson Party.
There it is right there. As a coach, you're looking there and your eyes light up. You say, you won 2 good board battles. You outmuscled a guy who was a little bit bigger than you, got the puck out in front of the net, and had a great scoring opportunity. Goaltender made a fantastic save.
Maloney for the Growlers. Growlers win that battle. It comes out. Vardy at center for the Impact. Over here on this side for Hughes. Stopped by Gillespie. There's Philpott. Philpott.
It's going to be a hooking penalty, George.
The whistle goes.
Yeah, it's all right.
High stick.
High stick or a hook, either way.
Rob Canning is calling. It'll be against the Pinnacle Growlers. It's going to be Philpott.
And that was when he was trying to hook the defenseman's stick, George, as he was forechecking on him after having the puck turned over, and you're in the offensive zone. And you do that, that's not going to sit well with your coaching staff.
All right, first power play of the game goes to the Impact. They win the Green. Goes the other side. Fowler. Green with a shot. That one off his stick. Fowler has it. Back to Green. Green to Fowler. Fowler from the circle takes a shot. That one off. Somebody in front went behind the goal. Ricocheted all the way out towards the blue line. Now out at center. Green has it. Hussey's on him. Green gets it to Harnett. To Party. Party gains the blue line. Out in the corner. Maintains possession. Fowlers are all over him. Lambert has it now. He's pushed to the boards. Lambert comes up with it behind the net for Party. Party having a look around. Harnett was there momentarily. Puck didn't get to him. Fowler's got it. Back up to Green. Green in front. It's redirected. Rebounders there. Party put it just wide. Couple of good chances there for the Impact. Now the Growlers get it and clear it down the ice. Short-handed opportunity there. Hussey got to the puck first for the Growlers. Lynch had to come up with a save. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Locke turns in the corner. Back to Price. That shot up high, stopped. This is Ward at the left point. For Lincoln Canning, down into the corner. Canning gets it back. Canning back for Ward. Canning gets a return pass. Canning will shoot it right on goal. Hoping for a deflection, I think. Didn't get one. Harnum made the save. Impact maintained possession. War, this shot stopped by Carey up high. Put it in behind the goal, and now it's cleared. Just 5 seconds to go in the power play. Pretty good one for the Impact.
I have to agree.
Harnum came up with some big saves.
Good possession.
All right, penalty is now over.
Good time down low.
This is Lincoln Canning. He'll head off.
It's a tough pass there.
Both teams get a change in the end of that penalty. War.
Yeah, I
taken
think
hard to the boards by Carey. Sorry, Robert.
That's all right. I think both teams got to be pretty pleased with that. The Growlers got to be happy with the way they defended, and also the Impact have got to be really happy with the way they had some good puck possession and some shots on net.
Well played game with 8 minutes to go here in the first period. Backhanded down the ice, and this will be an icing call against the Impact. Robert, the World Juniors just came to an end today.
It did. I just watched it.
Not the finish, certainly, that Canadian fans had hoped for in that loss to Czechia. But some interesting games when we got to the medal round. Wow.
Well, the bronze medal game this afternoon with 4 goals in 50 seconds. Yeah. I mean, just bizarre. And I watched both games, and I was like, oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah, the bronze medal game today, Finns were ahead of the Czechs 5-2, and Czechs came back to claim the bronze. Here's Price with a shot. Harnum with the save. Rebound was there. Unable to corral that puck was Ingram.
Well, George,
and today, you know, it was a 2-0 game, and then it turned around. And
the thing is, if you think, and you listen to the pundits and the people who've been following the World Junior for years, there's no question about it. The Americans were the number 1 team. They were 7-0, but they did everything that was expected of them. And when they needed a big goal or a big penalty kill, they got it. And their team just rallied around each other. There's no doubt about it. They were a formidable team, and they have 9 guys who can return next year, as well as Sweden have 9 guys who can return.
Look out for those 2 teams again.
And it's in Ottawa next year, I believe.
It is. Finland, who looked like they weren't going to do much at the start of the tournament, ended up giving the States all they could handle in the semifinal. Led it 2-0 at one point.
Yeah, big goal there late in the game coming off of the boards. Needless to say, I watched a lot of hockey over the Christmas break, including the Spengler Cup. Another tough one for Canada.
Yeah. Spengler Cup's always a fun one.
It is. It's a lot of fun, and we're starting to see some repeat names there each year. But I think back when Coach Casey of the Central Impact played in the Spengler Cup and won a Spengler Cup with Canada. And Davos, the first time in the final since 2012. First time they won a medal since 2011 in their gold medal.
The host team. Here's a chance. Unable to catch up to it was Fowler. Puck just bounced away from him. Maloney's in there for the Growlers. Hussey able to clear it.
Heads up.
Into the penalty box area. No damage. Just missed the guys down there.
Almost got Beeson in the head. I don't know if he would have known it or not.
He hit the back of the glass and then bounced over all their heads and landed in front of them. The guys down in the penalty box.
Yeah,
as
that's-
they say, no harm, no foul.
Harrison Beeson down, taking the clock down there.
Face-off win for Harnett at the Impact. The pass missed Kosh. That's going to be icing again.
And George, just to finish up on the World Junior situation, and hats off to young Jake Furlong.
Yeah.
With Gary Furlong, former resident of Grand Falls, Windsor, and his grandfather Dave is an avid golfer, and Gary, who played a lot of hockey here in Grand Falls, Windsor, and baseball as well. Gone back to the Halifax Mooseheads now. Jake as their team captain.
He had a big goal in that quarterfinal game against Czechia.
He hit the tying goal.
The tying goal, and then that heartbreaker with the 11 seconds left off the defenseman's stick.
I was actually watching in down the school, if anybody's listening, in my class, and I think I may have broke a pencil or two.
I was in Lewisport Collegiate at the time, and it was lunchtime there because they do a different lunchtime a little bit earlier, starting and finishing. So we actually had it on in the staff room, and
Okay, yeah.
everybody lost their appetite in a hurry.
I got it. It was a hard one to swallow.
Oh. Turnover. Hussey was in behind everybody as the Impact had cleared the zone, started to go the other way, and lucky for them, Hussey couldn't control the puck.
You know, George, as a coach, you can tell you one of your forwards to that. You see your team is not really breaking out or the opposition. You don't mind telling the player stick back a little bit, and sometimes you'll get that turnover. And one guy I can remember in the old senior hockey league was Cam Fergus. Cam Fergus would always be a little late coming out of the offensive zone, and how many times did he
just in case
pick the play? Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you might get a cheapie. 5:43 to go, first period. Still no score. Shots on goal, 9-3 favoring the Impact right now. Yep, 3 games this weekend between these two teams, and we'll have them all here on AO.live. 7 o'clock again tomorrow night, and 10 o'clock Sunday morning. Then I'm going to go referee a basketball game Sunday night just to finish off the weekend.
I got my son's got 2 games tomorrow, under 18, and minor hockey Sunday night. So
yeah, the weekends are busy.
Probably going to be some stadium fries, gravy dressing over the next couple of days.
Right up at the Impact blue line, brought in.
It's a good call offside.
Just offside.
Fans got a little excited.
Yeah.
Someone got pushed down, but it was offsides. That happens.
Philpott in all alone. Philpott with a shot. Lynch with a big save. Rebound is there.
Oh
Lynch
my goodness, what a save.
Second one. Lynch with the third one.
Wow, those are game savers. His players better give him a tap on the back when they go in.
Growlers were actually in there 2-on-none.
They
Two
were.
players in behind the Impact. That's twice now the Impact have got caught coming out of their end a little early and leaving the Growlers alone. Lynch coming up big. The second of those 3 saves was the best one.
Oh, fantastic. Coming across, it was an empty net. He got the pad there and glove. I'm not quite sure how he did it, but he did it.
Yeah, it was the left pad, kept it out. Growlers now building a little momentum off of that. That shot was blocked.
Good block by Ward, air sacrifice.
It's lifted high in the air. Ingram trying to track it down. Harnum's got it and he'll hold on to it.
Ingram has a nose for the puck. He's always around the puck. I watched him last couple of years coming out of Gander and watched him playing a couple of other leagues. And wherever the puck finds the ice, he happens to be around it all the time.
behind the goal, looking for it back there was Fudge. Growlers get it out. Pass is picked off. Green read that well.
Did read it well. George took the words. He anticipated, came across, made a very easy play. What a significant play.
Growlers get it out. Nice move at the blue line by O'Brien. Ingram closed in on him. Knocked the puck loose. Maloney over to Gillespie. Back to Maloney. Looking for O'Brien. That was in his skates, and Strickland will shoot it in. Gillespie back to pick it up for the Growlers. Micah Tucker. He lost it. Impact defense are doing a pretty good job stepping up at the blue line and in the neutral ice area.
Coming up, taking away a bit of space, George, which is so important with fast players.
It's scrambly right now.
It is.
Locke has got it. He'll skate it out. Gets to center, chips it in. He'll go into forecheck. Impact changing up. Maloney plays it back behind the goal. Gillespie. He's looking for Carey. He's back to Gillespie. Pass off the boards, missed everybody, goes down the ice, and that'll be icing against the Growlers. We're down to just over 2.5 to play here in the first period. Still no score.
And Georgio's watching the Growlers warm up, and you know that I like taking notice of helmets and gloves and sticks and all that. And I'm not sure if you noticed tonight, George, but being the Eagle Eye play-by-play guy, every single Growler player has white tape on their stick. Every player.
This is why you are the color commentator, Robert.
Goalie included. I don't know if I've seen that.
Gillespie still out there for the Growlers. Just gets it out. Price sends it back in. Gillespie's got it. Growlers are making a change. They changed their forward line. Still Maloney and Gillespie on the back end. They need to get off. They've been out there a long time, and here they go to the bench, and the Growlers bring it in. Oh, that was offside by a fair bit. The whistle does go. Didn't hear it right away.
No, I never heard it right away. It wasn't one of these emphatic whistles. Normally Toby is... But in a way, it was clearly offside.
Yeah.
And actually, I think referee Canning is actually going over to the bench and saying that they never heard it, that's why he shot it.
War. Ahead to Locke, chips it into the middle. Lambert. Harnett knocks it out of the air smartly. Lambert gets a shot away. Harnett made the save.
Suppose there was no slashing penalty on that one.
There's Lambert with a chance and a good glove save by Harnett. Both goaltenders. Brilliant here in the first period.
What I like about both goaltenders, George, they're so poised and confident. Like you know, Harnett came out there then, stuck out that glove, made it look relatively easy, and that was a tough, good shot. Goaltenders will tell you, everything is about confidence. If I can see the puck, you give me an opportunity, I'm going to try to make that save.
Knight gets it out, rolling puck. That's going to go all the way down the ice. And they're saying no icing.
Not sure why.
Nope. Excuse me.
Unless it was touched somewhere like that. That one was touched by the stick there.
Yeah, Tobin got a piece of that one. Harnham came out to play it, scores. Oh my goodness.
He came out to play it, but his stick broke, George. And it had to do with the white tape. His stick.
Oh, how unfortunate for Harnham.
That is horrible.
What a helpless feeling.
He came out to clear the puck, the stick broke, and the puck stayed right where it was too.
Here it
and
is.
Goodness gracious. Watch this. Boom.
Oh my.
And Lambert is coming in. He's just saying, well, Merry Christmas all over again. Thank you for the present.
A late gift for the Impact. Harnham, who has played terrific here in this first period.
Played spectacular.
Just nothing you could do about that. The stick just fell apart on him.
Remind me, George, when the one-piece composites came in, a dozen years ago, and when all the D-men were making passes and the stick was exploding in our hands, and they said, my goodness, guys, we got to do something about this.
See it often with like I say, with defensemen from the point taking shots and the stick
And a
explodes.
one-timer went a real hard shot.
But the goaltender, he was just coming out to just flick it to the boards.
That's all he was doing.
That stick was ready to go. Lynch will cover that at the side of the goal. Well, Joey Green's involved.
He's been known to do it.
To nobody's surprise.
I like the way Kosh went in there, though, and
well, we got another little set. We got Hussey and who that is for the Strickland down to our right. Referee gets in between them. Oh, they're not
he's
content. He's going to send them both.
With referee Royce here, and he gave him plenty of opportunities to stop.
I think he said, guys, no penalties yet. Give it up. And they got back together.
Well, what's going to happen now, George? They're going to get ejected from the game because he's told them to stop twice.
Yeah.
And you can see he's writing it down in his book here. Mike Brenton's got to come back in to help after guiding a guy out. But they were holding on to each other down on the goal line for seemed like an eternity. Then he moved along, and then referee Rice went over, spoke to him, and got in between the two of them. They chose the better of listening to him, which is never a good thing.
Yeah, he gave them every opportunity to skate away.
And then they skated away, and then they went back again.
Yeah.
So they were going to get at least 10-minute misconducts each and probably double minors for roughing. They will miss, I'm going to say, 14 minutes of the second period.
And then that's in addition to whatever happened in behind the goal, the initial scrum.
Yeah.
So Brian Rice, Rob Canning will get together, compare notes. Both got their notebooks out and decide how this one's going to work itself out. We've got 54.2 seconds to go here in the first period. 1-0 for the Impact. It all started as Lynch held covered the puck to the side of the goal, and a Growler player was close. I could see him trying to hold up. He put his hands out to try and, really prevent any kind of serious contact. But the fact he was kind of draped over the goaltender, got the ire of the Impact players who somebody went in and grabbed him, and I think it may have been Joey Green, and then they went at it behind the net, and other players got involved, and then the secondary one started between Strickland and Hussey.
The Growler player who was down in the crease, he had no desire, no initiative to cause any type of. He was actually trying to not fall on the goaltender.
Yeah.
And then the Impact player went in and put his hand around his chest area and hauled him back. Because he couldn't push him forward. If he did, he would have pushed him on top of the goaltender.
You see the Growler bench, they're like everybody else, awaiting the outcome of all that, and see who's going to have to spend what time in the penalty box and whether or not anybody will be shorthanded or not.
And George, in these situations here, and I'm just playing the devil's advocate up here now with 54 seconds left, and if it takes the officials a number of minutes to decide what's going to go on, I would just tack on the 54 seconds into the second period. Let's get it going. When they come back out, let everybody know. And then you also get them a chance to cool down. You don't like that?
Saw that somewhere recently in some game. I
Well,
would say one of the NHL games, player was injured, wasn't it? And there was like 11 or 12 seconds left.
Okay.
They tacked it on to the next period.
But one of the things that happens, George, is that, number one, we don't have a big delay.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're going to have a delay here now. We've had a delay now for almost 3.5 minutes. And then they're going to have to decide who's getting why. And we're not close to the decision here yet. And it's only 54 seconds. So if you send both teams to the bench, you could then have the linesman go over. And I've seen this happen before. Say, okay, you go over and speak to Mr. Budgell, the Growler, say, okay, number 1, 2, 3, 4, they've got these type of penalties in minutes. Go to Coach Casey, number 1, 2, 3, 4, they get these penalties, and here's what you got to do when you come out.
Discussion continues
down
below.
Because they've got to explain it to the players now, who then got to go over to the coaches, and then the coaches are going to send back a player and ask them again. You can mark my words. Did River Goal go yesterday, George?
I changed the subject. Yes, it did.
Cheapers.
42,000.
Is that all?
337, I think. I love giving away other people's money.
Yeah.
You mentioned Mike Brent a couple of times. Oh, we got a delay here. Let's a little plug for the other team we cover here from the Joe, the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts. They are back in action after the Christmas break as well this weekend. They were over on the West Coast to take on the Corner Brook Royals tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, it's a busy week in Newfoundland for hockey.
Yeah, Mike Brent back with the Cataracts.
Certainly had an impact when he came back as a couple of games there just prior to Christmas.
He made a difference on the back end, no doubt.
He had an assist, very first shift, 34 seconds into the game. Anyway, I'm waiting for the announcements here.
No power play. Everything evens up. We're going to stay 5-on-5. Here's Lambert. He's got Fowler with him. Lambert couldn't get the pass over. Pardy reaching in for it, couldn't get there. Here's Price. That's broken up. Brought in. Canes backhands it in deep. In on it first. Philpott. Out in front. That's picked off. 25 seconds to go. Here's Fowler. He's got Lambert with him. Again, that's broken up. Bounces in front. Lambert took a swing at it. Couldn't get a handle on the bouncing puck. Couldn't make contact with it in front of the goaltender. Fowler turns. Fowler in over the blue line. His shot. Blocker save made by Harnham. Lambert following up on it. Fowler behind the goal. Trying to get it out to Pardy for Verdi. And just for good measure, Harnham with a nice glove save after the buzzer.
That was an entertaining first period, George.
That was interesting, yeah.
That was entertaining.
Yeah, it's started off, I said, really good pace, back and forth, good play both sides, no goals, good goaltending, and then we had that bizarre incident with Jesse Harnham with his goal stick just falling apart on him, leading to the only goal. There's the shots on goal, 12-7, favoring the Impact. Then we had the scuffle at the end, so yeah, a little bit of everything.
And we still never got the penalties.
No, they haven't been announced, but you can see on the board it said everything offset, whatever it is. We'll check on that. Go ahead.
Can't believe Bob Hedges is not here to check for the third man in the booth.
Gets all the stats for us? No.
Wow.
Bob's not here. Oh, well. All right, time to take a break. We'll figure out what all those penalties are. We'll let you know when we come back for the start of the second period. 20 minutes are in the books, 1-0. Central Impact leading the Pinnacle Growlers here at the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium. Back with period number 2 in a few minutes here on AO.live. Teams are back for the start of the second period. Impact lead at 1-0 after the opening 20. Dobbin back at his own blue line, plays it out to center. Come back to Dobbin. Actually, it's Micah Tucker will shoot it in. He goes into forecheck against Price. Growlers moved it out in front, but broken up nicely by the Impact. Well positioned. Canning down the left side gets it behind the goal. It's intercepted by Lambert. Back in behind the goal it goes. Comes back to Lambert. Back towards the blue line. Harnett throws it across. Shot right on goal. Kicked away by Harnham. It's up in behind the Growlers goal. Right now, the Impact not giving the Growlers really room to get going in that neutral ice area. We saw that throughout the first period.
Yeah, it makes it difficult to try to muster up some type of attack, particularly coming through the middle of the rink.
Weak clearing attempt, kept in. Knight looking for it. Hughes plays it around the boards. Canning trying to get to it first, beats Devereaux to it. Devereaux kept it in, though, and the shot right on goal, kicked away by Lynch. And Lambert is away. Lambert up through the middle. Looking for Harnett. Harnett's going to the bench as the Impact complete their change. Hughes breaks it up. Vardy back to pick it up off the boards. Kept in by the Growlers. This is Boland now down in the corner. Fed it out in front. Taken away. Comes Locke. Locke to Fowler, who backhands it into the corner off the board. Knight looking for it. Fowler's got it. Or that's Pardy, rather. Pardy with a shot off a leg into the corner. Fowler backhanded it out in front. Nobody there for the Impact, and the Growlers are away. Down the right side. Shot put just wide. Locke. Kept in. Devereaux with a shot that went off a leg to the boards. Bad giveaway that time by the Impact.
Yeah, Locke has got to be a little safer with that one up the boards. He's trying to go through, hit his teammate coming through the neutral zone, but there's a defender there. You can't do that.
Pardy knocked it out of the air and sent it in deep.
Good hand-eye.
Pilgrim to Boland. Boland in over the blue line. Boland working his way in front, gets his shot away. Lynch made the save. The puck goes up and out of play.
Yeah, Boland didn't have a lot of speed, George, but he had two really nifty moves. One at the blue line, real quick stick, and then it looked like wasn't going to be much of a shot actually at all, but got a good quality shot away. Sort of caught the goaltender by surprise, but he did make the blocker save and put it up and out of play.
Kane's in there for the Growlers. First in on the puck. Knocked loose. Fudge. David Fudge trying to cut inside. He does. Feeds it right in front. Great pass. Big save made by Harnham. What a pretty play all round.
Very nice play, George. Really liked the way the Fudge spread his legs there at the blue line. Got in through the middle and feathered the puck just ahead of the forward breaking, much like a quarterback leading, or the receiver leading his quarterback, and that's exactly what happened. And a good save by the goaltender.
Yeah, Harnham into the full splits. Got the left pad down, kept the puck out. Price out at center. Philpott couldn't touch it. Would have been offside. Keynes was way in over the blue line. Hanrahan turns. Boards Gillespie. Rubs him out along the boards. Growlers get possession. Here is Gillespie. Philpott turns. Backhands it in. Lynch out to play it. Gets it to Price. Pass for Fudge. Just hopped over his stick. Hopped off his stick.
Yeah, it was a great pass.
He should have had that one. It's going to
Icing
be
call?
icing.
Yeah, it's just a good hard pass right on the stick, and you can't do a whole lot better than that.
That shot right on goal from a sharp angle. Harnham kept it out. The net guard down on the ice.
Once that happens, you have to leave immediately.
One of the impact players.
Kosh.
Okay. And the impact maintained possession down in the Growlers' end. In front scores Canning.
What a beautiful pass. What a beautiful shot. And a very nice goal.
Nice plays by the impact lately in this one.
Yeah, like the
leads to a
Growlers.
goal.
The Growlers got pretty good defensive coverage here, George, but they get caught puck watching a little bit. If you just watch right here, see you got 4 guys that are looking at the puck. I really like the way 17 steps in. He looks at it, and his forward in the corner recognizes him and gives him a pass. A great give and goal.
Lincoln Canning, and a great shot went far side over the right shoulder of the goaltender.
But Lincoln Canning recognizes it, and he steps in quickly from his position and was given a pass and basically unattended to the goaltender and made a great shot, great goal.
Canning looking for it again.
Just a little soft zones inside of the blue line just before the top of the circle, and he was able to find a little opening. That's offside.
And the whistle goes. Hawkeye Golding got that one.
Mike Brent was Johnny on the spot. That was one of these Hail Mary passes, and it just took a little while to get there, and the forward didn't slow down. So when he picked it up, he was 4 or 5 feet inside.
I'm going to bring it all the way back.
Yeah, and that's something that you don't see very often. Matter of fact, I don't know if I've seen it this year. One time we see it all the time.
Stolen away by Locke. Impact in there, forechecking, causing all kinds of trouble for the Growlers. Still kept in. Now it comes out towards the blue line. Skinner off the boards. Vardy got a stick on it, but fell down. Still battling for it. To the corner, Skinner. Here's Locke. Locke to center, off the boards to himself. Locke will get to it. Out in front was Fowler, and defenseman just got a stick on it. That was Jack Chafe who broke that up for the Growlers.
Yeah, Fowler was open, had a good shot. Good opportunity for a shot, I should say.
Yeah, Chafe just got a piece of it. Through the middle, broken up by the impact. For Fudge, he couldn't handle it. Boland, nice move at the blue line. Boland forced back. That's offside as Boland had fallen down. Hadn't got his skates back on the blue line.
Yeah, and that's coming back through the neutral zone. I really like the way that Fudge had pivoted, but the puck was in his skates and he wasn't able to corral it and, of course, turn it over, and then the Growlers went in, and unfortunately for them, they were offside.
Play inside the blue line, kept onside, shot just wide. Chipped out by Fudge. Hanrahan, a hole off the defenseman. Good body position, got it to Fudge, comes back to Hanrahan in the corner. Hanrahan goes down. And the Growlers get it out, but don't move it very far. But Carey comes up with it, up at the blue line for O'Brien. He'll shoot it in. Impact to center, dump it in. Pilgrim around the boards to Carey. Carey back to Pilgrim. Pass up through the middle, picked off by Fudge.
Fudge was lurking in the weeds there. He was reading that the whole time.
Harnett played it out in front. The Growlers get away. Pilgrim all alone. Tried to drop it back for Carey. The boards, Devereaux could not hold it in. That came out and will come back out again, right back to Devereaux. O'Brien at the blue line. Down in deep, looking for Tucker. Tucker in behind the goal. Impact defenseman went down. That comes right out in front for O'Brien. That went off a stick over the top of the goal. Good shift here for the Growlers. Carey back at the point for Pilgrim. Does a good job to hold it in using his skates. Ingram on the far side will get to it for the impact and get it out. Lambert got a stick on it, cleared it in deep. He'll get there first, going in there against Pilgrim. Pilgrim comes up with the puck, back at the blue line, kept in, long shot, blocker save made by Harnham. Hughes with the opportunity. Pilgrim again can't get it out. Here's Canning again. Canning His shot stopped by Harnham. And we get a good shift going the other way.
Two good offense opportunities for both teams. Passes are for the Growlers there now. Just not sure where they're going with the puck, George. They're passing straight up the middle of the ice, and all I can see is white jerseys.
Yeah, that pass didn't have the zip on it that was intended.
No, not even close.
Went off the heel of the stick a little bit. Impact changing. Growlers changing. Growlers come away. Devereaux can't get it in over the blue line. They'll try this side. Avery will get it in. Fed it into the middle. Knight looking for it. Andy Knight. Back to Avery. Knight's got it again. Price all over him. Knight doing a good job holding Price off. Comes back towards the point. Boland along the boards. Growlers have it. Avery to Knight from a very sharp angle. A little ambitious there. Hit somebody and Impact will get it out. Knight drops it back. Maloney wasn't ready for that. Goes back, gets it. Up ahead to Boland. Boland to the blue line. Hughes stands him up along the boards. Boland keeps going. Knocked off his stick by Vardy. Vardy's got it in behind the goal. Hughes plays scrambly down in the Impact end. Still they can't get it out. Kept in by the Growlers. That shot right on goal. Kicked away by Lynch. Avery. Sharp angle. Another stop made by Lynch. Nice play by Vardy that time. Got it to Fowler. Over to Hughes. Hughes has got a little bit of room. He'll get rid of it.
Going to get rid of it. They're dogged hard and they can't get off.
Just getting to it first. For the Growlers, and yeah, they're going to have to stay on.
That was their best shift of the game, George, I think. They had total control, but the Impact team twice on both the left side and the right side had an opportunity to get rid of the puck, but they chose the little tiny short passes that were too soft, and then they had to go for the long icing one and resulted back in their zone. And they're tired here now.
Get the music still going.
Yeah, nice.
It's a basketball game. Anyway, they finally get it to stop.
Saw that in Montreal the other night, didn't we?
Yeah. We saw that when they thought the play was stopped.
Yes, that was as bizarre as I've seen in a long time.
Yep. Players heading off to the bench. Music came on, lights flashing, and Montreal scored a goal.
Well, the D-man told the goaltender, he said, come on.
There's a steal. Hanrahan. Hanrahan, his shot stopped by Harnham. Now the Impact can get a change.
Yes, and they're going to need one.
I think they may have snuck a change in on that icing.
No, I watched,
No?
George.
Same guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there, didn't change up much. They just changed one player on that whistle.
Yeah, because when the puck went back down the next time, they got off. But on the icing, they don't.
Gotcha. What would I do without you, Robert?
Well, I'm just a color guy.
Just notice all the things, all the little things.
Ooh.
That's intercepted. Brought back in by the Growlers.
It's too soft to pass through the neutral zone, George.
Yeah, Dobbin picked that off.
And here's the opposite, right? So when you make a soft one through the neutral zone just inside of your blue line, which you got to realize that you've got at least 3 black jerseys that are not inside of the blue line. So they're in a position to pick the puck up because there's no gap, there's no space. Then all of a sudden it comes back to you and you say, oh my goodness, I got no other choice but try to get rid of it now, which results in an icing, which happened in the previous shift as well.
8:55 to go, second period, 2-0. Impact leading the Growlers.
Passes need to be just a little crisper.
Just slides into Lynch, who covers it.
Here will be the guys that had the penalties back in the first period, just getting out of the box now. As I said, they'd be gone for 14 minutes.
Yeah, all those penalties coming in the final minute of period number 1.
Yeah, so they're well rested.
Locke didn't get much on that pass. Shot back in.
They need to get a little bit more puck support, George. That means you got to get someone a little closer. 6 to 8, 10 feet away. Like, that's not a bad one there.
And finally it comes out. Here's Pilgrim backing up. Good pass up the blue line. Finds Andy Knight. Gets it to Skinner. Skinner on his backhand. Turns. Feeds it in front. Just beyond the reach of Tilley. Impact get it out. And the Growlers will bring it back in. Tilley lost the handle as he got to the blue line. A couple of Impact players a little mixed up as to who was going to take the puck. They got away with it. Now comes Pardy. Pardy with a shot. Easy save for Harnham. Lambert back at the blue line. Will keep it in. Puts it deep in behind the Growlers goal. Now it goes into the corner. Pilgrim's on it first. Chips it off the boards. Out they come. Tilley. Only to the blue line. Taken away there. War trying to split the defense. Harnham kicks it away. Kosh is on the rebound. Takes it to the boards. Pilgrim leaves it back behind his goal to Devereaux. Back to Pilgrim. Up the middle. Just missed Tucker. Strickland, one of the players who was in the penalty box all that time, out there now. Puck bouncing around inside the blue line.
Looks like a sponge puck.
And that pass missed everybody down the ice. And this will be another icing against the Impact. Yeah, those sponge pucks never did really catch on.
They did. No, they would dig in a lot. Everybody is back now for both teams. No, sorry, I stand corrected. We have Green and he's still in the penalty box. Did we miss a?
Green and Hussey still in there.
Yeah, like.
That was knocked down in front. Somehow Lynch saw it, caught it. Now those two players come out.
Okay, they had the initial penalty on a delay. So they must have got 10-minute misconducts each as well.
And finally, the penalty box is empty.
They would have got 10-minute misconducts each and a double monitor for roughing, I'm thinking. And Strickland and the other guy would have got 10 minutes each and just a 2-minute monitor. Yeah, 54 seconds and 7:54. Just trying to do my math, George.
Be careful. Don't hurt yourself.
No.
That's dumped in by the Growlers. Green, as I mentioned, just coming out of the penalty box, is in the corner. Gets it to Strickland. Strickland gets away, can't get it out, kept in. Good play there by Gillespie. It's a pretty good game for the Growlers. Throws it across, but it's picked off by Fudge. Fudge into the middle looking for Ingram. Tucker's got it. Tucker. Curley got a piece of it, so no icing.
Nah. Lonsman got good ears because I couldn't see it.
I could hear it. And behind the play, referee Rob Canning's got his arm in the air.
Yeah. Elbow, high stick, yeah. See that coming in after the check. And
that's Hanrahan. Jaden Hanrahan gone to the penalty box. So this will be the first power play for the Growlers. Opportunity here, trailing by 2 to get right back in it.
This is where Devereaux is dangerous, George. He loves to come off of the left point, being a right-handed shooter. Got a great one-timer, and they look to feed him quite often.
There is Devereaux. He'll go back the other side. Back to Devereaux one time. One off the Pardy, and then snuck past the goaltender. It's a goal.
George, there it is.
Wow. It looked like it was harmless. It went off Grayson Pardy. But slowed it down, but somehow, like a knuckleball, got by Lynch.
I watched that play, and I watched Devereaux do it. I never had the words out of my mouth, and here he comes off the left side, coming right through the middle, and gets the one-timer around, and I don't know how it eluded the goaltender. It wasn't a deflection.
Well, it did hit Pardy up off the shaft of Grayson Pardy's stick.
But it seemed
like there was it had taken all the speed off of it.
Yeah. Because Devereaux was actually looking to, get a hard one-timer. That wasn't his typical one, but that's the play that they do with him all the time.
So 2-1.
Wish I could predict the lotto numbers as well as did on that one. That one was
Yeah, well
that was
done
a gift.
yourself. And here's Devereaux again, backhand.
They might score another one if they don't be careful.
Lynch had to make that save. Growlers are on it. You get up on a team like the Growlers 2-0. You don't want to.
No, you don't want to let that door open.
Nope.
It's easy to say.
Lambert. Up till then, the Impact were playing a pretty good game.
So what do the Impact need to do here now? They need to have two good shifts back. And that's the thing. Once you get scored upon, right, it shows what kind of gusto you got when you come back and, leaders on your team will say, okay, guys, we were playing a good game. We just gave up that one. We need to have two good shifts to answer back. Not one. You need to have two good ones in a row.
Well, they come out with the top line.
Yeah.
Party, Fowler, and Locke.
And that line's been attacked all year. It's outside.
Oh, yeah.
Referee called.
Whoa. The linesman was back here towards center. Hadn't caught up to the play, but, that was offside by 4 or 5 feet.
Outside, yeah. Toby Canoe was back over the red line, and Mike was just getting up there. So, my goodness, that's way offside. Anyway, no harm, no foul. Correct call was made.
Growlers win the faceoff. Chafe gets it over. It's dumped in by Dobbin. Philpott in looking for it. Philpott has it caught up in his skates. Couldn't find it. Purdy to the boards. Locke couldn't get it out. Now they'll bring it out. This is Locke to Fowler. On his backhand, we'll just send it into the corner. Locke gets there first on the forecheck. Tried to play it out in front. Cleared away to the boards. Joey Green centers it. Green with a shot. That changed direction. Hit somebody in front.
That was a great play on the blue line by Joey Green. Simple, looked simple, but that was a nice play the way he come off the boards and couldn't run across.
Locke down to Purdy. Purdy stood up.
Todd did a good job of separating him from the puck there. Just got in his way, took away his space.
Back to War. War doesn't shoot it. Goes the other side looking for Price. Price takes it off the boards. Just plays it behind the goal. Chafe is on it. Gets it out. Back come the Impact the other way. Back towards the point. War's got it. War steps in. Wrist shot. Harnham with the glove save. No rebound.
Forward was trying to get to the front of the net in front of the goaltender. Just wasn't quite able to get there in time, and the goaltender was able to make a relatively easy save. And a good wrist shot from the D-man. You're down to your last 3 minutes in your second period. Both coaches are saying to their teams now, let's make sure that we're protecting the puck and not wanting to see somebody else's number. You see a number, that means they're past you, and you don't want that.
Shot around the boards by Maloney. Kept in by War. War back in behind the goal. Kosh was looking for it. Kosh into the corner with Maloney. Tucker in there as well, along with Lincoln Canning. I'm going to go grab a sandwich, Robert. Let me know when the puck comes through, will you?
Get me a coffee as well, please.
Send me a text.
Okay. Wow, this is... Not only that, the referee got no desire to blow this whistle. Actually, he's just leaning there. He's getting himself a sandwich, I believe.
This is everybody else standing around going, are we going to blow the whistle here? Or
I don't think so.
No, finally
it's going to
cleared
be
down
an
the
icing,
ice.
no?
After all that.
That was as boring a 30 That was as boring a 30 seconds as I've ever seen. Usually, George, the referee will skate over a little closer to him and start yelling at him, saying, move the puck, move the puck, move the puck. And they didn't do that, so I don't guess there was any real initiative for anybody to do so.
There was zero urgency down in that corner. You see the other players on the ice, too. Some of them almost standing around, hands on their hips, going,
well, George, that was...
We'll wait.
It was at 3:06, and we went to 2:14.
Apparently our picture has frozen up, folks. We will continue doing this radio style for the next minute, then we'll get it fixed between periods, if not before. Out at center, Impact have it. Okay, we are back.
Wow, that was quick.
Cameraman Steve Noseworthy.
Much better than CBC.
Standing on the spot, fixed whatever was happening. Thank you, Steve. Great work. It's knocked down at center, high stick. 1:18 to go here in the second. It's been a really interesting game, a fun game to do.
Interesting game, but George.
Other than that 30 seconds down in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was a lot of nothing.
Devereaux had it knocked off his stick. A chance for the Impact right in front. It's
Fowler
cleared.
had a great opportunity, stole the puck, made a great move, and just think of it just went off the heel of the stick, George. That was a real nice opportunity for Fowler there all by himself.
Don't see Devereaux get caught like that very often.
No, he's as good a defenseman as you're going to see in this league.
Lambert in the corner. He'll come this side for Green. Green right up the middle. Pass off the boards behind Fowler. It bounces up in the air. Fowler's got it. Just plays it in over the blue line. That is offside.
It's a good call by the linesman there. Fowler
And,
just got it over, a little bounce. But, George, I really like what Joey Green did as he picked the puck up down by the net. He actually used the net as a pick to give himself some space. Lots of times people say, oh, you shouldn't come up the middle of the rink. Yes, you should. In that particular instance, his forward on the left side and right side was covered, so he decided to use the goaltender and the net as a pick and freed himself up some space.
it's fed across. Comes off the boards. Brought out by the Growlers. Chafe. Jack Chafe. Jack Chafe number 4 and Reed Chafe number 19 for the Growlers. Dumped in by Harnett. Dobbin will go back to get it. And the buzzer goes. Second period comes to an end. It's a 1-goal lead for the Impact after the first, a 1-goal lead for the Impact after the second period. 2-1. These teams exchange goals there in the second period. The big power play goal by Devereaux to cut the lead to 2-1.
George, I'm just noticing and listening to all of the hoopla and the negativity over the handshake or the no handshake. And I don't know if you just noticed there then, both goaltenders met at center ice and patted each other with their blockers, with their gloves during the game.
Yeah, you see that quite a bit goaltenders as they're changing ends and heading. We give each other a little tap, a little acknowledgement of each other, the goaltending fraternity. And there you see the shots on goal, by the way, 2014 in favor of the Impact after 2 periods of play. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back with period number 3. Just a 1-goal game between these two teams. Impact leading the Growlers by a score of 2-1. You're watching Newfoundland and Labrador under 18 Major Hockey League action from the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium here on AO.live. Back in a few moments, folks. Just underway here in the third period with the Impact leading this game by a score of 2-1. No penalties on the board to start this period. 5-on-5. As I try and pick up the stuff I dropped on the floor just as we started the period. Okay. Back in order again. Cleared down the ice, and on the clean sheet, it gets all the way in over the goal line, and that'll be a icing call against the Impact.
It's all about protecting the puck now, George, and recognizing an opportunity if you see it, but if there's nothing there, don't try to make something out of nothing.
Try and make something out of nothing at all. You almost had a song there, Robert.
If I could sing, that'd be great. And you know as well as I know, I can't.
Well, I think we both have equally.
We did have one great night, though, George, that we were out to Wayne's Row when we had a nice karaoke night.
Yeah, forgettable. At least I wish it was.
It was very forgettable, yeah.
Remember, if I recall, that was the night before we went to Nova Scotia for the World Under-17, wasn't it? Yeah.
You're exactly right, George.
Yeah, good thing we didn't have to get up early to make that trip.
Yes, and we left Newfoundland. It was about 22, 23 below zero. We got
Fowler with a chance at the side of the goal.
Got the Cape Breton. It was 30 below.
And
it was cold.
It was not a nice drive.
No.
Going over to Port aux Basques either. Bill Feltham, our cameraman, had his truck and got us there.
And when we came home, George, we were greeted to the blackout, the Newfoundland blackout.
That was NL Dark when
yes.
we were away. I remember we were concerned we were going to miss a Cataracts game against Clarendon.
You're right.
It was going to be the first game we'd missed since we started doing this, and then the power went off, and that game got canceled as well, so we didn't miss it. They did it just for us. That shot is blocked by Harnett. Yeah, the karaoke definitely could use a forgetting.
And George, I don't know if you can remember the song we did, but
we did.
It's
I know
a
we did.
Meatloaf song, and it took forever.
I know we did "Rockin' in the Free World."
We did, yeah.
We
did.
Good Lord! Scores!
Big goal.
Huge goal early in the period for the Growlers to knot this one up at 2.
Great two-way passing play there, coming down the boards. A nice, but George, the thing is, it was a hard pass, and a hard pass on a good sheet of ice, harder to defend against. You watch right here now. Nice little tip pass going up to the middle. Watch, goes right over to the boards, and watch this pass coming across. Hard, right?
Beautiful give and go.
It was a great give and go, but there was a nice tip just outside of the blue line.
Well, for the Growlers, just what they ordered. To start this third period, get an early goal, and get themselves back on even terms with the Impact. That's going to be another icing call against the Impact.
And here's where the Impact are going to see what they're made of now. They know that this Growlers team is a formidable team, and everybody knows it for that matter. And the Growlers are not going to panic, George. But here's the thing: you're on your home rink. You've played 2 really good periods. Nothing that you need to change up. You just need to go back and say, okay, we're tired. Same as we started the game.
That shot ripped just wide, right from the face-off. Gillespie holds it in, down into the corner. Thrown right out in front.
George,
they score.
Is that a goaltender change, George?
Excuse me. No.
Okay, I was.
No.
I was looking.
Jade Lynch is still in.
Yeah. Okay. I was looking at the pads. That's 2 goals in 1:12, George. Watch this one. Nice on the boards. Down low. Little pivot. You got a guy chasing the puck. Watch this in front of the net here. How he steps in front of the D-man. That's a really good motion by the left winger. Instead of him staying on the backside of the D-man, he gets in front of it. The D-man, you teach to have your head on a swivel. Never got beat to the inside. 3-2. As quick as that.
Wow. 2 goals in the opening 3 minutes. Growlers out in front. That was Daniel Kearley, by the way, with that goal for the Growlers to give them the lead. It's cleared out down the ice. It's going to go right to the goaltender. Leaves it there for his defenseman Maloney. Tucker back to pick it up. Micah Tucker. Watched by Fowler. He'll just drop it back for Maloney. Tucker down the right side, gets it in. Played right back out again by the Impact. That's going to be icing as well. Third time here in the third period.
Yeah, third time is not a charm.
They've given up 2 goals, have the Impact. Led this game 2-0 at one point in the second period.
I really liked the way that Curley came off of his position behind the D-man, George, to get in front. Gave himself a position, got his stick in front. His forward recognized it, put it on his stick, and all he had to do was redirect it.
Dobbin plays it down in low. Chafe gets to it. Jack Chafe behind the goal. Philpott, backhand. Lynch has got this one and holds on.
The thing is, Lynch right now, not a whole lot he could do but either of those goals. And the thing is, right now, I know he's saying to himself, and it's a time out here now, Coach Casey. He's saying to himself, I need to make a big save to keep my team in this game. Goaltenders take a lot of responsibility, whether they're good goals or bad goals, George. They especially when they're quick, they take responsibility. And, there wasn't a whole lot he could do about either of those goals.
Yeah, you still feel responsible when you give up a goal. As a former goaltender, I was responsible for a lot.
Oh.
I was very responsible.
Yeah. That was in Pee Wee.
Yeah, and Bantam.
Did you? Oh, you made it to Bantam too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
There's a picture somewhere. Is it Bantam or maybe Adam? I can't remember. Us winning a championship and
Black and white?
oh yeah. Well, it was in the newspaper, so yeah, I got the clipping home.
I like it.
Yeah, Coach Casey had not liked the way this third period has started. His team's given up a couple of goals early.
Did not like it.
And then we're pinned in their own end a little bit, so he calls a timeout. That's what Brian will do.
He does. He's a field coach for sure, particularly when it comes to his timeouts.
Not at all what he wanted from his team to start this third period.
No.
It's dumped in from his own side of center. Just another stride and he was in, but that's just not paying attention to detail.
No, and that's what happens. Once you get a couple against you, you start to get a little bit this panic mode. And he had some good speed coming through the neutral zone. One more stride, as you said, George. He was over that red line, and not only that, he creates a bit of space for himself. He could probably have carried it in.
Yep. You're right. You start gripping the stick a little tighter after giving up a couple of quick ones. You had a 2-0 lead, feeling good about yourself. Suddenly you're behind, and it's a whole different mindset.
It is indeed.
Now you got to try and turn it around.
It's another icing.
Yep. Number 4. Just 4 minutes, 22 seconds gone here in the third.
I didn't mind the pass, the hard pass going off the boards on the angle, but the forward was just too far away to get to it.
All alone in front of shot and a big save made by Lynch.
You cannot be that alone, George.
Remember that save.
Wow.
Tilly left all alone in front of Lynch.
It's going to be another icing. That's 5 icings in 4 minutes. Yeah. And 2 goals.
It's been all Growlers here in the third.
They have
picked up their game considerably. The Impact now sitting back on their heels.
Yeah, they need an answer here somehow.
At the very least, you need to get out and spend some time down in the other end.
Yes.
Lambert off the boards, and he'll go into forecheck. Lambert got there first. Taking off the puck. Party a little late getting in support. Growlers get it out, intercepted by Vardy. Vardy brings it in. Shot way wide of the goal. Skinner trying to catch up to it on the other side. Locke will get back there first for the Impact. Maloney for Skinner in behind him, and this time it will be icing against the Growlers.
Canning's given a pass to Party coming through the neutral zone there, George. Well, Party was checked very, very tightly, and well, even if he had received the pass, there was nothing he could do about it. Really, Canning needs to come to the boards, create a little bit more separation, and the guy who's on party will leave him, and then he comes open.
Through the crease, played back to the point. That shot changed direction. Rebound is there. Cleared away by the Growlers. What a chance. Canning couldn't get a stick on it.
No, his stick was almost like a pitchfork into the ice. He couldn't get it loose. It was an empty net.
Verdi holds it in. And we'll come back to him out at center. Verdi had to wait. Now we'll bring it in. Verdi with a shot toe save made by Hernham.
Good shift by Verdi.
That's dumped in to Lynch. Lynch is going to drop the trapper on it and hold on.
So that was a needed opportunity. Needed 30 or 40 seconds that Impact really had to have, George, after being on their heels for the previous 4 minutes.
It's back towards the blue line, kept in by the Growlers, high off the boards down in the corner. Avery was in looking for it. He's got it now in the corner. Pushed off the puck. Hanrahan around the boards. Fudge got it out. Right back in again. Price. Got it to Fudge, back to Price. We'll try this side. Ingram will take it off the boards. Got turned around, couldn't catch up to it. Go the other side again. Growlers get there first. Quinn behind the goal. Ooh, bad giveaway through the middle, kept in again.
Just too quick a pass without looking, George, and that's what's killing them right now.
There was nobody there. Great shift here for the Growlers. They have owned the third period, as we've said. Dobbin will have a look around. Goes the other side. There's a great chance. Stick save made by Lynch. Knight was left all alone over there. Hanrahan. Can't get it out.
You got to get that one high off the glass. That's the one you got to take for an icing.
Avery with a shot. Scores! You can see it coming.
Yeah, it's going to result in a goal. I mean, they had 4 opportunities on that particular time, George. You know, they had on the left side, got picked off. They had the legs going apart, but even coming over here in the corner, Hanrahan first had the puck over there and had a really easy opportunity to get rid of it. Either fanned on it or just didn't get it hard enough high off the glass and got picked off, come down there 2-on-1, a great wrist shot, beats goaltender, blocker side. And now it's really tough sledding now.
This game has turned around in a hurry.
In a hurry. Well, the Impact had 3 opportunities, George, to get rid of that puck. And tough with 1, tough with 2. 3 is really tough.
Yeah, eventually something's going to give.
And it did.
It's Micah Tucker working against Green. Tucker with some speed. Tried to get it out in front. Went off a skate. Pilgrim. Carley. Devereaux. Off the glass and out. Pilgrim going back to get it. Once again, icing number 6.
Yeah, it's 4 unanswered goals here now, and clock is running. I'm not sure why.
Well, it's because somebody forgot to hit the button to stop it.
Okay.
It was good.
It was about 8 seconds.
I was going to say 7 or 8 seconds. Are they going to look up and ask us if we noticed?
Well, we've asked. I was going to yell out, but I'm on the air. I think I may have done that before. Yelled down and not realizing that I was on the air and I was probably pretty loud too.
Likely. All right, Green. We'll take it off the boards. I tell you, the Impact now just desperate to get it out of their own end from time to time. No offense at all.
They're-
One opportunity earlier. Green ran into the referee, and Green goes down.
Ran into
Took
his
one
own.
of the Growlers players down with him. Devereaux, his shot. Lynch has got it, and he's won't give up a rebound this time. 11:05 to go.
George, I'm just even looking at the way that the players are going on and off the ice, and it's the sloped, shrugged shoulders down. You got to find a way to battle. You really got to find a way to battle. You can't hold your head down. You got to compete. You got to compete hard every shift.
Verdi missed it. Another chance. That's blocked.
This is a shooting gallery here now.
It's Reed Chafe with it. Had that last opportunity. Another chance.
Wow.
That one put just wide, I think. I don't think, they're saying the goalie got a piece of it, so the face-off will stay there. But, yeah, they're working the puck out of the corner, and guys are all alone in that slot area.
And getting good quality shots as well, George. Do we only get just the one time out?
Yep.
Okay, that's unfortunate for Impact right here now.
They could use another one. Like basketball where you get 104 timeouts.
Yeah, in the last 30 seconds.
It feels like that sometimes.
I don't need to call Eddie Fudd on that one now then. Eddie really likes when I text him on a rule.
Harnett with some speed. Harnett trying to get around the outside of Maloney. Goes behind the goal.
Yeah, the tide has certainly turned.
Canes stood up by Hughes. Off the boards. Off the glass. Again, it's just get rid of it.
Yeah, and that's get rid of it to nobody.
Maloney to center. Off a Hanrahan stick.
We've had a lot of icings.
That's what, 6 against the Impact, 2
6
against
and
the Growlers.
Yeah, 6 and 2.
Oops. 9:41 to go. Third period. Growlers, as you said, Robert, 4 straight goals. Impact had led it 2-0. And we're looking very good.
Oh, they certainly were. They played 2 great periods of hockey.
Ever since that power play goal late in the second.
Yeah, Devereaux, coming off of the left boards, what he's saying is that he changed the guy who had to be on the ice, and he's going to tell him to get back out here now. Even I can spot that one. It was an icing call, and those 2 guys were out there. He said he had gloved the puck. Now, I don't know how they know who it was, but I do know that, because I watched. Linesmen got a tough job. They get enough tough job calling penalties, let alone who's on the ice, calling outside the ice, let alone who's on the ice.
Yeah, they brought in the no change icing. Growlers were changing. War drops it off to Locke. Off the boards to nobody in particular.
Well, they wanted to change their whole line, George, after they got told to go back after the icing. Let's see if we get a little scrimmage on this one.
5 players in there, 4 players in there, rather.
Okay.
And the Growlers come up with it. They're winning the board battles along with everything else here in the third. Tilly offside. Yep.
Good call by linesman. Just a step offside, but it was.
Under 9 to play. Impact had led this one 2-1 heading into the third period. Growlers with 3 early goals. Green turns, shoots it in. Easy catch there for Hernham. There's a giveaway. Unfortunately for the Impact, Fudge lost it as he tried to get the shot. Hanrahan breaking in. Hanrahan swinging wide towards the goal, easily knocked down. Kept in by Strickland. Strickland with a shot. I believe Hernham got a piece of that, deflected it up and out of play. Or are they going to say the Impact player?
Fudge was in front of the net there and looked like he was in a pretty good position.
Yep, they're going to bring the face-off outside. It went off the Impact player.
Yeah, I think it might have went off Fudge.
Knight poke checked. Harnett will shoot it in. Bouncing puck knocked out of the air by Hernham. Knight little chip pass through the middle. Getting away with some speed. It was Boland. His shot.
If he had to score there,
cleared.
George Hernham would have had an assist.
Yep. The goaltender. Lambert played it in. Boland got back there first. Andy Knight rings it around the boards. Avery has it. His pass picked off. Back for Hughes. Fowler couldn't get free. Avery. Nice move by Avery. Takes it down into the corner. Trying to work his way out in front. He does. Oh, couple of great moves. Turned the defenseman inside out twice.
Avery's a good skater, George, and he really moves the puck. Long guy on the right side. I love the way he brings the puck from the out back to the in.
He put the puck between the defenseman's skates, then had to go in the corner, and then came back out, beat the defenseman again, and got out in front.
Yeah, he did. Really nice inside outside move.
Another icing against the Impact.
7.
Impact just get it out. O'Brien brings it right back in. Here's O'Brien cutting into the middle, knocked off his stick. Fowler. Down the right side, fed it in front, nobody there. Hughes has it. Towards the goal, rattles around, bounces around, knocked out of the air. Ingram with a chance, backhand put wide. Hardy trying to make something happen. He does. His shot, though, goes over the top of the goal as he stole it.
Fowler was a good rush there coming down those right boards. He had showed his good speed there.
Hardy ran into Fowler and couldn't move on the puck. Hardy trying to turn, lost it in his skates, plays it to the boards. Carely on it first, dumps it in. Vardy back to get it. O'Brien's on him. Got 6 minutes now left to go. 2-goal lead for the Pinnacle Growlers. Game 1 of a 3-game set. Teams will play 7 o'clock again tomorrow night here at the Joe. And again 10 o'clock Sunday morning. Price with a rush. Drops it off for Locke. Locke with a shot. Blocked away. It was going well wide. Back at the point. Harnett over the other side. That shot hit somebody. Goes into the near corner. Locke is on it. Back to Harnett. Shot by Moore. Hit one off his skate. Back to the point for Price. Down into the corner. Harnett. Back for Price. And the Harnett. Good shift here for the Impact as they try and fight back. Moore with a shot. Scored! No!
It wasn't in, George.
No! Hit the post. I saw the sticks go in the air. My apologies, folks.
These boys better get ready. Hit off the post and came straight back out.
Good shift. Came close, but it's still 4-2.
That was obviously their best shit. That was a good one. I really like the way they move it from D to D. Referee Rice was right on it, George, and I watched it go off the post, come straight back out. I
heard the ding, saw the sticks go in the air, and reacted to that. Should know better. Canning.
That was offsides, I was going to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was obviously their best shift of this period, and they certainly needed it. Unfortunately, they just were beaten by the post. But they moved the puck around really well, George. They went D to D twice, got it down low, got it back out, set themselves up, and freed up some space, which is what we've seen them do in the first two periods.
Yep.
They weren't able to do it thus far in the third.
4:28 left to go. Strickland will shoot it in. Pilgrim behind his own goal to pick it up. Devereaux quickly ahead. Chafe, he lost it. Fudge swings it to the other side. Pilgrim back to pick it up. Knight in there first for the Growlers. Gets it to the side of the goal. Impact come away. Green. Joey Green. Had to drop it for Kosh. That was picked off. Now Green's got to hustle back. Fudge has it. Back to Green, and that'll be another icing call.
On that previous shift, George, where the Impact had a lot of the play, the one that hit off of the post, Jack Chafe took the puck off of the back or around his elbow, and he was hurting, and he was not able to get back into play. It was a nice slap shot coming from the right side, and he was really laboring for the whole 40 seconds. That's why they were a little bit more open as well.
Okay. 9.
Yep. 2 and 10 seconds. Still 3.5 minutes left here in the third period. And if they could get a quick one, they just said, their best shift of the third period a minute ago, and they need another one just like that.
Keep an eye on Lynch.
When I say they, I mean the Impact, not cheering for anybody here. I'm sure we hear otherwise, but that's it.
Every team has their own broadcasters now, which is nice.
Yeah, it is. Like, great. I love it.
Webcast crew at each arena.
Oh, that's
Party was pulled down. That is going to be a penalty, and that may give the Impact a little bit of life. A late power play, 3:06 to go.
Yeah, that's a relatively easy call by the referee there, and that's one that you don't really want to see happening in the neutral zone when there's nothing going on. Hussey's going to be a little disappointed in himself on that one.
I'm looking down at the Impact goaltender. Lynch is up between the two face-off circles. They may elect to pull him if they win the face-off.
That's exactly what it is. They get the draw. You'll see him coming.
And they'll go 6-on-4. Instead, the Growlers win it.
Should be able to keep it all.
They came out.
Bad bounce off the stanchion if you're an Impact fan.
Green. Fowler. Got to get going north-south here.
Yeah. It's no good here now because he stopped us again.
Everybody standing still.
Yeah, that's just no good.
Green. Harnett. Now you got to go. Harnett. Drops it back.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure on that one. He could have gained the blue line quite easily.
And the net is empty, but Impact down in their own end on the power play. Purdy. That snuck by everybody. Purdy with a chance. And a quick look over his shoulder, but Hernan kept it out, and he's got it caught up in the equipment somewhere. Now it drops out. That puck somehow got past a couple of Growlers, and Purdy was waiting on it. 2:23 to go, third period. Net is empty. 6-on-4 now on the power play for the Impact. Minute 16 to go in the man advantage.
Impact needed to be there on that. I just don't understand his alignment there.
Well, they won the faceoff, but Growler player came up with the puck.
But Harnett's out of position. He's got to get there to defend against that extra man, so he frees up space.
Nice play by Harnett. Catch that. Keep the play going. Keep the clock running. Impact. No pressure in the Growlers' end at all when this 6-on-4. Spent no time in the offensive zone. Under 2 to play. And that's going to do it as the Impact turn it over. You could just smell it coming. There was nothing going right.
No, and that's what happens, George. You got to, even when you have the goaltender pulled, you got to come back as a unit. You got to get down a little lower. You saw 3 guys on 3 particular instances try to do it themselves with no puck support, and that's exactly what happened then, particularly going through the middle of the rink. Tough loss.
Yeah,
Being up 2-0, that's a tough loss to swallow here tonight for this Impact team.
not the way you want to start off a weekend. You got to play this team twice more.
No, not at all.
They had a good 40 minutes, but the game is 60.
It is.
Still a power play for the Impact goaltenders. Back in, War with a shot. Tipped. Ingram with a shot, went wide. Canes is on it. Canes shorthanded.
And George, that was a 6-on-4 as well.
Yeah. 6-on-4, and they could not gain the offensive zone. Canning went down. Price following up on it, chips it in. 1 minute to go. Growlers showing why they are the first place team by a pretty good margin here in this league.
Yeah.
Hanrahan got there first to negate the 10th icing. Easy save for Hurnham on that shot.
Yeah, that was an easy one, George. 30 seconds left here, and the Growlers will increase their lead in the league standings by another couple of points tonight. Ooh,
The referee just, or the linesman.
got that right.
Oh, sorry, referee it is.
Right in the head or the cheek.
That's Rob Canning.
Yeah, he got that.
Whoa.
And I can tell you why I knew it hurt, because there was no sound. It never hit the helmet. It hit in the cheek.
That comes with 16 seconds left
That
to go.
is a bad one. With 16 seconds left in the game.
Rob's okay.
Well, Rob, listen. Get your helmet on. Get in. Get a shower. Get ice on that. Forget finishing the game.
Well, it seems okay.
He's a trooper. I watched it from here. It was going high up. But normally you'll hear it hit a mask or the helmet. It hit nothing, only his jaw.
Yeah, there was no click that you normally hear, right?
No, the only click would have been of the jaw.
All right.
It was on the flesh.
So he's going to stay out down in the far corner. For
He's
the
a little
puck
woozy.
to be dropped. He's going to stay there, I think.
He might need one of his coal products that he promotes.
Yeah, you got to look after Rob Ken. He's a beer rep, so. Or what do they don't call him beer reps. Where's he?
Territorial manager.
Territorial manager, yeah. All right, so with that, the game comes to an end, 5-2. Growlers storm back to take this one after trailing 2-0 in the second period.
And I'm going to tell you, Canning is still woozy there now.
Yeah, he went over to